suggests that increasing numbers of people are using porn. Early this year, this morning's sex survey found that 30% of those polled regularly used porn to spice up their lives.
But can it be damaging to a healthy relationship? And is it degrading to the women involved?
Well, Paige Turner, suspect that's maybe not the real name, gave up her job as an air hostess to pursue a career in the porn industry and says that she's completely happy and proud of what she does.
And Teresa Scott worked as a star in XXX rated films for 13 years, but has now turned her back on the industry completely. And welcome to both of you. Now, I'm going to start first of all with you, Teresa, because you started out just glamour modelling when you were 18 years old.
Yeah.
And your career kind of took off. It took you to the US, then you came back to the UK, and you were working on adult TV channels and all such like that goes with that. Now, you said that at that time, surprisingly, sex wasn't the be-all and end-all to you. This was just a job that you did.
It was a means to an end, yeah, definitely. It was something that was easy that I could do that brought in money.
But you were never truly happy.
I was a happy person, but I never had peace in my heart for doing what I was doing.
Right.
Yeah.
But how did it start then? How did you get into that?
It found me. That kind of thing just followed me around. The way I like to look and present myself, I kind of just found myself with that kind of people around me and offering me things like that. So.
But you said you gave it up in December 2009. You said it wasn't good for the soul.
It wasn't good for my soul. No, never. You can't run from yourself. And basically, when everyone else has gone and you're left alone with yourself at night, I go through my day, you know, what I've done, and I couldn't process that part. You know.
And what was it? Because you felt guilty for what you were doing, or because you just felt used? I mean,
more,
Yeah.
not used. No, I just didn't feel right doing it. I thought I should be better than this. You know, it should be sacred.
So a bit of shame.
Yeah, it should be sacred between a man and a woman, and it wasn't. It was between me and other girls. So.
Okay, so you said that also that in particular the British porn industry, you said, can be quite seedy. So, and you were young, so you were young and vulnerable. So in what way do you mean that?
The difference between working in America that I found and working here was the women in America were more empowered. They seemed to be doing that kind of thing to get them through college, to pay for their bills, college bills. To be lawyers, doctors, there were lots of them. And there were strong women, much like yourself. But here, whilst there are women like you, there are still, I've come into contact with way more girls that were just vulnerable.
So what for you, Paige, then? You completely disagree because you say you're very comfortable with this. This was a career choice, really. So
it was, yeah.
What do you? It's bad for the soul.
Everybody's different. Teresa and I are completely different people, as you can see and you can tell. I went looking for the job. I wanted the job. For me, it's been the making of me. My parents have said they haven't seen me happier. I love the job I do.
What do they think?
They're so proud of me. I think as a parent, obviously, it's not the ideal job for your daughter.
Have they watched your stuff?
No, they haven't watched my stuff. I can't even watch my stuff. I get too embarrassed. But no, I think they've seen how well I've done. You know, I've worked for top companies in England, and I've been abroad. I get to travel with my work, and they've just seen how I've grown.
So, what place do you think it has in a relationship? And that's what we're sort of talking about. Is the fact, and the statistics are extraordinary. Porn is cited by professionals and in divorce papers as a major cause of divorce and relationship issues. 1/3 of men and 16% of women found adult movies more exciting than their partner, which has got to be dangerous in life. So, obviously, I think everyone would have to agree there is really nothing that can be done to stop this wave of porn. That's we have to live with it.
Well, there's a
But what
demand for
effect
it.
does it have on relationships, do you think?
Well, at the end of the day, it's a fantasy. So fantasy is normally always better than the real thing. But it's down to each individual couple. You know, you can use it however you like in a marriage, and I think some women maybe find that they're more insecure watching it, but then maybe men are as well.
But do you think there's an expectation on women to behave like a porn star in the bedroom? I mean, or the other way round, for a man to behave like a porn star in the bedroom, if it's the woman who's watching the porn, whichever way it works, is that realistic enough to expect your partner to behave like that and act like that?
I don't think there's an well, if there is an expectation, like you say, it is for men and women. But you know, if you're in a loving relationship and you're understanding, you communicate well, I don't see why there should be a problem. It's an adult industry. It's a material made for adults. So
It's true. It's true. But I think if you're immersing yourself in porn and it becomes more than just once a month, once a week, it can start taking over your life. And I
Well-
don't think an obsession with sex is a healthy one.
Back to this poll, 70% of men aged 18 to 34 use internet porn at least once a month, spending 3 months of their lives looking at porn.
It's too much. I think whilst you're doing that, something else is suffering. Growth in another area, be it spiritual, be it something that you just want to do that's more productive,
And
is suffering.
Isn't it destructive if
I think
it's
so.
done in private? If it's done not in private,
right.
secretively. If it's done as a
This,
secret
you
within a
hit
relationship.
bang on.
But then that's
because,
down to the individual social control. That's down to the individual then, isn't it? If they're doing it privately or secretly, you know, if they don't have the confidence to be able to talk to their partner about what they're doing, that says more about them and not about the porn industry. It's not our fault.
Well, we did our This Morning poll, and this has been online, and we asked the question, is it degrading for women? And we can have a look at the results now. The results are, yes, 64% of our viewers think porn is degrading to women, and 36% say no.
What do you say to that?
I would say it's degrading to both men and women if we're going to use the word degrading.
Do you have a problem with the word?
I don't like pointing the finger because I think whilst, yeah, it might be degrading to men or women, then once you establish, yes, it's degrading to women, then the finger is pointed at women that are doing it. And I don't think that's right.
See, I,
Because whilst I don't feel you're a victim at all,
No,
it's your choice.
definitely not.
It's your choice, you've gone out and done it, and you're happy with
I
it.
love it.
And that's great, that's your choice. There are girls out there that aren't like that. And, you know,
Or what?
But then you can't.
Then-
Sorry, you can't please everybody, can you? I mean,
Of
I
course
don't.
not, no.
The job I do, I love my job, and I'm the one that's doing it, and I don't feel degraded at all.
Well, I don't know if you're in a relationship or not, but would your partner expect you to behave like you do in your films?
Well, no,
Because you are a porn star, so is there
I
an
am, but it's
expectation
it's
on
acting,
you to
isn't
be
it?
like? But what I mean is, they've seen that. Will they expect that of you in reality?
Well, I'm not in a relationship, so I haven't had to deal with that just yet. And you know,
But
I'm
would
sure
you
when
have
it
a
comes
problem
to
with
it,
that?
well, when it comes to it, it's just something I have to deal with. But it's two different people, isn't it? It's like soap stars. You're not the character that you play.
But what
I
we're
am
saying
paid,
is
but I'm
it is
also the
starting
normal
to cross
person.
over into reality where women are expected to
But then
behave like that.
it's my sexual appetite that I'm portraying on screen. So to a degree, I'm not really acting. I'm being myself, and I think that's probably the best way to go about the business. Because if you do act, you may be expected to do things like that. Well, I'm just being myself and enjoying myself on camera.
Will you be completely honest with a future partner and say, this is what I've done, this is my past, and I've
Yeah,
overcome it?
totally. I'm not ashamed of it at all. And if somebody can't handle what I've done, then you're not the right person for
Do
me.
men treat you differently? I mean,
Oh, yes.
because of what you've done?
Oh, yes.
They
Not
do.
all men.
well,
for me
what
personally.
I found, if you go to parties or anything, you'd be in a room with people say that you don't know, and word will get round that you're in the porn industry. All of a sudden, there's no barrier anymore. It's they want you to do things and they expect you to do things. It's well, get them out then. You know.
See, for me, because
exactly
I don't-
because you do that kind of thing. Oh, there's
See,
no
I haven't
problem.
had that experience. I think because I don't look like a generic porn star, people might hear what I do, and a lot of the time people think, no, you're not, are you? Are you really? Are you kidding? Because I don't have that stereotypical
How long
look.
have you been doing it?
I've been doing it just over a year. But
Word gets round.
Yeah, but
It
the word
takes
gets round,
time.
but it doesn't change the way I look and the.
No,
so
no,
if
no.
people are going to treat me like that, that's their choice. And I've come into this business. You have to be hard-skinned. There's pros and cons in any job that you do. If I can't handle that, then I shouldn't do the job. But I can, and I'm proud of what I do. So if anybody has anything to say, everybody's welcome to their opinion. But if
Which
you
is a
know
good-
who I
it's a
am,
good- it's a
then
good
you'll
way to
know
be.
I'm not that person. So
Thank you both very much indeed.
Thank you for having me.
Nice, not at all. Thank you very much indeed.
Well, don't forget to let us know what you think on this, and we'll have some of your comments after the break.